Hey everybody, it is Ken with KG's Books. I'm doing a little unboxing video. Today someone brought 5 boxes of antique books into the bookstore to sell me. Most of these are probably going to get sold tonight on Whatnot. I am Whatnot Seller Animal Vet 52, same username over on eBay. You're probably watching this on YouTube, but you can also check me out on Instagram and Facebook. Let's get started. Again, most of these I will probably auction off on Whatnot tonight. I might save a few for eBay and a few for the bookstore. Really interesting stuff. This is YY and the Tomcat by Brown Linnet. Really interesting book, cool book. I assume about a little girl and her tomcat. Great title right here. This one I think is pretty rare. I saw a really beat up copy over in for sale over in the UK on eBay. Otherwise, I couldn't find any examples. It's a 3rd edition, 1914. Cool illustration of a girl and her cat looking at the moon. The cat sitting on the moon. And then you got the moon on the back cover as well. Really cool book. Christmas Surprise by John Theo Miller. Let's see this one. No date. Early 1900s, maybe 1910s, 1920s. The Bunny Be Glad and the 50 Fairy Flower Legends by Caroline Silver June. Nice little children's book about some fairy people living in a tree, it looks like. Molly by Barbara Yechten. Really nice condition on most of this stuff. Molly by Barbara Yechten, copyright 1902 on that one. Nice little pictorial binding. Another great binding. The Golden Horseshoe by Robert Ayton. Great Edwardian pretty lady on the front cover. The Elson Reader Book 3. That one's a little bit worn. Hitty, Her First 100 Years by Rachel Field. A lot of great kids books. Trying to think what else was in here. Mostly kids books. Mostly antique kids books. Tales Told in Holland. That one's pretty common, I think. What do we have here? This one looks a little bit on the rough side. Ex-Library. Oh, this is cool. On Making, Mending, and Dressing Dolls. Published in 1949. Cool book about dolls from 1949. Some of these are a little bit on the rough side. Not too exciting. Gonna fly through some of these. Little Prudy's Sister Susie by Sophie May. Great binding on that one. Reader's Digest 20th Anniversary Anthology. Not too exciting. Here's that's a really pretty binding. Adventures of a Brownie. Adventures of a Brownie with the roses all over the cover. That's a great one. I might save that for my beautiful antique book show next week. Here we have an Agatha Christie. That'll go in the bookstore. We have Anne Boleyn, a novel by Evelyn Anthony. A few of these I'll have to look up. Here's a reprint of a Sears and Roebuck catalog. Ooh, this one. This is a really interesting title. This is Pinocchio's Adventure in Wonderland. I don't know if this is some sort of spin-off of Alice in Wonderland / Pinocchio or what. I'm going to have to look. That one might be kind of special. Miss Claire Remembers. I don't know if that one's any good. Eugenics and Sex Harmony. Interesting book on heredity and stuff like that. Oh, we got a couple E.B. Whites. We have Stuart Little and The Trumpet of the Swan. Another great Edwardian binding right here. Under the Rose by Frederick S. Isham. Great looking binding right there. That one will probably go on Whatnot. Tale of the Two Cities by Charles Dickens. Just a cheap little, that'll be a couple bucks at the bookstore. This one is in really rough condition. Looks like a Sir Walter Scott from 1858. Really, really rough. That one has seen its better days. All right, let's go check out what is in the next 4 boxes. Some really good stuff, some mediocre stuff. But there's a few pretty cool things in that box. That is by far my favorite thing about owning a bookstore is people bringing in books and selling books to me. Almost every day I'm buying books here. Plantation Doll. That one's horrible condition. Oh, a nice Lavender and Old Lace by Myrtle Reed. Beautiful binding on that one. Ooh, and it is a, look at that. It's a MA. That's Margaret Armstrong. She was probably one of the most highly collectible binding designers of the late Victorian, early Edwardian era. Amateur boat building. Oh, we have the Illustrated Encyclopedia of Sex. Here's a pretty little binding. The Last Essays of Elia by Charles Lamb. Is it Charles Lamb or Mary Lamb? Charles Lamb. Yep, circa late 1890s. The Path to Home by Edward Guest. Oh, this one has a dust jacket. No, maybe not. It looks like, yeah, it has a dust jacket. Someone really went all out. Wow, they went all out making a dust jacket for this one. I'm going to have to remove that very carefully. Look at that. They even wrapped it around the end papers. It's a thick cloth. It's like a wallpaper. But it looks like it did preserve this book very nicely. The Culinary Arts Institute Encyclopedia Cookbook. What is that, 1940s maybe? 1930s? 1948 on that one. Really nice illustrated cookbook from the 1940s. I love the old cookbooks. I might put that one in the bookstore. I like the old stuff. Here's a nice one. This one will go on eBay. The Home Manual Illustrated. Nice Victorian home manual. Has all the stuff on etiquette and manners and fashion and dress and letter writing. How to be a proper lady and gentleman. How to raise your family. Probably also some home health and cooking type stuff. 2 copies of Daddy Longlegs by Gene Webster. I love the roses on those bindings. That's awesome. Awesome binding. That was a nice little box full. Not all the books are super duper exciting. Some of them are a tiny bit on the junky side, but there's some bangers in there. All right, box number 3. What do we have? The Sunbonnet Babies Primer, little reading book. That one's really rough. A Woman's Word by Virginia Townsend. Again, this one's a little bit on the rough side. A Woman's Word and How She Kept It by Virginia F. Townsend. Circa copyright 1878. Let's see. All This in Heaven Too by Rachel Field. This one is really rough, but it does have some little records. But it is missing the front cover. I'm not sure. Oh, this one is awesome, awesome, awesome. A very rare piece. Very cool. Wallpaper. It's a wallpaper catalog for Sears, Roebuck & Company. Spring 1918. And guys, you have to check out. Look at these wallpaper designs. Absolutely beautiful. Very, very Art Nouveau. Very Art Nouveau. Lots of floral patterns with real examples of wallpaper. Towards the front, I'll show you some really beautiful stuff. Somewhere up here. All the different tools for applying the wallpaper. I thought there was some really nice examples somewhere. I mean, it's all, look at that. Look at those wallpapers from 1918. This one, that is a pretty darn special book. I'm going to set that one aside. You got a little Mother Goose illustrated by Arthur Rackham. Wow, I didn't even see this one. Mother Goose illustrated by Arthur Rackham. Looks like a 1958 edition with the Arthur Rackham color plates. Pretty collectible book. Unfortunately, it's not a first edition, but that one still probably is halfway valuable. In the Land of Fancy and Other Poems by Libby C. Bear. Cool little book of poetry from, looks like 1902 copyright date on that one. Jane Lends a Hand. Calico Bush by Rachel Field. Wood engravings by Alan Lewis. This one is 1931, published by Macmillan and Company. Here's some modern classics. Well, not modern, but modern reprints. Daphne du Maurier, You got Rebecca, Jamaica Inn, and My Cousin Rachel. Oh, we got an Uncle Wigglies. This is Uncle Wigglies Automobile by Howard R. Garris. I really am. Oops. Sorry about that. Getting used to filming with my new phone. I really like these anthropomorphic animal stories where the animals all talk to each other and they usually wear human type clothing and stuff like that. Look at the animals. This one is 1939. Ooh, we have a Reader's Digest bestsellers. What do we got? Knopp's Trials and Murder and the First Lady. Not too exciting there. This one's a little bit rough. The Spider's Palace with the spine missing. Here you have The Filipino Twins by Lucy Fitch Perkins. Great cover on this one. Stepping Stones of Literature, a reader for higher grades. Just a cool antique children's reading book. Oh, we got a hardcover James Harriet. I'm always looking for James Harriet for the bookstore. We have a Bobsy. Oh, no, not Bobsy Twins. This is Bunny Brown and her sister Sue in the Sunny South by Laura Lee Hope. Looks just like the Bobsy Twins covers. We got another Rachel Field, Time Out of Mind. Got a World's Great Books, 20th Century Series. That one is not very exciting at all. This one's kind of cool. It's a modern kids book. It is Grimm's Grimmiest. Cool book of, I guess, all the scary Grimm's fairy tales. And the last one, you have Water Babies by Charles Kingsley. Nice modern printing of it. That'll go in the bookstore. All right, well, there you go. Box number 3 out of 4. 2 more boxes. Oh, this one has a partial set of book trails. I think it's only 7 out of the 8 volumes. Those will go on Whatnot tonight. My Whatnot crowd really likes the kids' books and the fairy tales. And then also, here, I'll bring you over here. We have volume 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, that might be complete. The new junior classics. Wow, look at those spine designs. Pretty awesome. Actually, these junior classics, these kids book series, whether they're from the 1930s, 40s, 50s era, are actually really collectible. And they like great title. This is Hero Tales. These books always have tons of really awesome illustrations. They have all the classic fairy tales. This one is 1938. You have the Odyssey of Homer, the Epic of Kings, the Song of Roland, the Chronicle of Sid. You have Beowulf, King Arthur, Celtic Heroes, and then Robin Hood. So, I mean, incredible lineups of stories in all of these books. Fairy tales and fables, stories of wonder and magic, myths and legends, hero tales, stories that never grow old, stories about boys and girls, the animal storybook, stories from history, sport, and adventure. I mean, really awesome titles in all of those. That does weigh a ton, though. Not looking forward to shipping it. All right, up next, you got another little bedtime stories by Isabel C. Byram. Nice condition on that one. This one's pretty rough. Happy Voice. You have Sacred Water. Little Bible storybook. You have Tanglewood Tales by Nathaniel Hawthorne. Nice little elegant binding on that one, though. Kur Kalender. Looks like a German book. What a cover right there. 1903 Kur Kalender. I think it's German. Kur Kalender for 1903. Illustrated. Published in 1903 in Chicago. I don't know too much about this one at all. Looks like it has some very comical type illustrations in it. We have Hope Benham by Nora Perry with the lady playing the violin. Oh, we do have a vintage Pride and Prejudice. Can you believe it? Dang. Not a super valuable one, but any oldish copy of Pride and Prejudice can be 20, 30, 40 bucks. This one might be in the 25 to 30. It's not super old. It's early 1900s. 1900 to 1910-ish. Not too special. Well, this one looks like a it's a farming book. I think this is what is the name of this one? Is it the Stock Doctor? The front is the human medical section. Then you have more medical. Then it looks, then you have the cooking section. Yep, sauces, desserts, beverages, jelly making, meats and poultry, salads, puddings and sauces, jelly making, pickling. Oh, it's the People's Home Doctor. That's what it is. And then the last one is the livestock animal veterinary section. This book is, I might put it on Whatnot. Maybe someone could use it for crafting purposes, or maybe they just want the cookbook section or the medical section. Pretty cool book, but horrible trashed condition. Garden flowers in color. Can't go wrong with some nice color. Oh, look at, wow. Lots of color illustrations of that one. Not super old. 1948. But a cool one. And we have a bird book. Can't go wrong with a good bird book. This one, again, is in absolutely horrible condition. Maybe I'll try to sell it. Someone could use it for crafting purposes. Hours in Storyland, circa probably 1890s. But it is in very poor condition. But still, lots of cool artwork and stuff like that. But trash condition. The National Encyclopedia. We have volume 1, 2. I don't think it's complete. I think we have 3 odd volumes. The National Encyclopedia, a dictionary of useful and practical information for the home, farm, and school, 1892. Actually, this one's kind of cool. Let's see. There's volume 1. There's volume 2. Oh, are you complete? You might be complete in 3 volumes. Yeah, this one covers we to we, Q to W. Volume 3, 1893. With the supplement, WXYZ. Yep, I think that's complete. The American Encyclopedia of the Home. That one's actually kind of cool. I didn't think much of it, but I thought it was just a crappy partial set of encyclopedias, but it is a 3-volume National Encyclopedia relating to the farm. Whoops, don't tip over. It is still a little bit on the rough side of condition. The National Encyclopedia, a dictionary of useful and practical information for the farm, home, and school. Illustrated. It looks like it is a complete 3-volume set from 1892 to 1893. And I do think it does have a lot of really cool stuff on gardening and farming, home health and stuff like that, baking and cooking, probably some cool science type stuff. That actually is a really cool set. I kind of like that one. I didn't think much of it when I first looked through these boxes, but that one's actually kind of cool. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. And again, tune in if you want to see my online auctions. We do $1 starts on eBay and Whatnot. Actually, we do 99-cent starts on eBay. And then also, please follow me on the other social media platforms. I'd appreciate it. And thank you for watching. Feel free to leave a like and a comment. Let me know what's good, what's not. Appreciate you.